Is my mic? Wow, my mic is working. Whew. Hold on. Sorry, guys. There's a few lights out. What's happening here? Much better. Whew. What a crazy day today's been. But it's been an exciting day, and we got a lot of stuff done today. So I'm not upset at all. Hold on. I got to close the window. We're getting a lot of feedback. It's like my shirt. Maybe it's been on the hanger too long. I don't know. I like the design. I like the graphic. Just the fit's kind of strange. Made in Mexico. Made for like that figure. We should pull the designs and then sell it here and send money back there. That way it could help support this little tiny Guadalajara. Guadalajara. This brand is from Guadalajara. So, oh, I'm exhausted today. We did a lot of things today. Graduation happened today, so it was a big day for a lot of people. But slideshow went well, so editing's good. Today we have kind of a crazy adventure, so I'm going to jump right into the studio. Oh dear. What has happened? I thought I turned you on. I did turn you on. Connect. Connect 4. Excellent. So like this stream is titled, this is what happens when you go to the Dollar Tree and you make some really poor decisions. And I got some cool Hot Wheels, which is like kind of par for the course at Dollar Tree. No treasure hunts, but some cool new releases, which we'll go over real quick. And then we're going to talk about this like interesting stencil thing I got, some stencil sponges that I'm not going to do, a birdhouse that I'm going to work on and try to finish, because this should go to a coworker before I get out for school, and at least that would get one off my plate because there's a lot here and they all need to go. Like, there's not doing anything here but collecting space. So money spent, money needs to go if I sell it, or if they end up as little tiny hangers. I need to work on and finish this. This was we did a test with clay to see if clay would work. Hold on. I'm gonna see. I'm just making sure that the stream is working. Okay. So that's good. Lots of different things happening. So we could talk about one thing or another. First, there's a resin project that I'm still working on, but I don't think that we did last time. I don't think it's going to work how it's supposed to. I would like to try that experiment. That hopefully will happen tonight. So there's a lot of things to do. But let's talk about the things we're not doing first, get those out of the way, and then try to do the projects we are doing. So, cool new cars came in. Let me just give you a quick glimpse into what's coming out for 2025 in the Hot Wheels world, if anyone cares. But we got this little cone shaker. It's pretty cool. I only got one. Now thinking back, I probably should have bought two so I could open it up. Like, I don't know its purpose. The cone goes all the way down in there, though. So you could stack them. Weird. Wow, I should have bought more than one. Oh well. But I'm trying to buy less Hot Wheels, so it's good that I only bought one. But I think you can stack them because they look like that's what's supposed to happen. Huh. Weird. And then we have the Datsun 240, which has a really beautiful cherry blossom paint job. And then I don't know what that T stands for on the top. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments. But this is actually a really nice looking car. There's a lot of background noise here going on. I'm going to move my keyboard just to get all those blinking lights out of the way. I'll use it there on my, and we can get a better look and a clearer version. Right, there we go. Right, nice. Dots in. Got that decal on the front. They use I can't talk today. They use a different type of printing for this in order to get their decals done because they're able to print white. I have to print on white paper, so I have to kind of make the white look like it's part of the design, which could be fine. Kind of want to try to do a custom. I have a few of these, so I was planning on maybe opening one up and trying to do a wheel swap. I really like this one. I don't love the wheels, but I mean, I could do with the wheels. Maybe the red line wheels would look good on this one, but I think they're two different sizes in this one. So there's that. I was thinking about doing a wheel swap, and that would be putting some Real Rider tires on it just for fun, just so it has some grip. This one is also up for a wheel swap. This is the Nissan Skyline GTR BNC NR33 HKS. Beautiful paint job on this one. I really like it. I need to get better lighting from this angle. It's kind of hard to see how that's better. You got like a hood decal there on the front. HKS power. I think this would look good with some different tires, but which ones would having to sit there and pick and go through. Got one of these. This is the 95 Mazda RX-7 drift car. I think maybe I should have picked up more of these, but it's okay. Like I said, I'm trying to cut back on my Hot Wheel buying. Next, we have the Magic 8 Ball. This is pretty cool new concept car for Hot Wheels because there's actually like a dice inside of it. There's no liquid though, and I can't see what the dice says. So that's also a... Oh, okay. It says yes on this side. You can barely see in there. It says yes. It says it is certain. It is certain. It is certain. It's only certain. So there's different, the whole bottom of this car is clear. And then you have, oh, when it's straight up and down, it sits correctly. One on its answer is no. I was trying to read it upside down. Answer is no. Yes. It is certain, uncertain. Well, that's helpful. Everything's uncertain until it's certain. So that's not helpful at all. And okay. So that's like kind of the Hot Wheels review. I know you guys didn't get to see much of that. Sorry about that. But yeah, you can. I was like doing it underneath myself. There's a little tiny thing. I saw somebody take one of these apart and then put the mechanism. The problem is that I think the whole 8 ball is the mechanism. So in order for it to work, you almost kind of need to 3D print your own plastic. Cool concept. Cool concept. I like it. What do you guys think about this one? I don't know. Anyways, Dollar Tree Hot Wheels, kind of normal. What I want to work on, so we probably won't be doing any of that. What I do want to work on is our little birdhouse today. So this is our main goal. Also at the Dollar Tree, I picked up this jar, which is actually really interesting because it's a jar that sits on the bottom like this, so you can unscrew it from the top as you would normally do a jar. But this jar also has the bevel right here so that you can lean it over on its side so that it can be a jar that you would open from the side and stick your fingers in and grab it. I guess your hand can't fit in there. I mean, you could. I'm not going to try it. Then I'll have a glass jar in my hand forever. But I'm thinking what would be really nice is the people that do the die-cast Hot Wheels where they polish them. I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to polish a Hot Wheel, see how shiny I can get it. And then how they take off the paint is they put airplane stripper into a jar, and this would be a good jar to put airplane stripper into. And then I can just throw all my Hot Wheels, and I could set it up right like this and close it. The problem thing is that this doesn't have an actual airtight seal, so I'm a little bit concerned about that because that airplane stripper is something else. Like it is some brutal stuff. Let me tell you. I don't mess around with it. Sorry guys, I didn't know the webcam wasn't on. Not that it matters. I don't think anyone's. What is my? Uh-oh. 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 Donna. I think somebody's watching. Yeah, someone's always watching on Twitch. Okay. Okay. So yeah, jar, right? I could give you a better demonstration here, right? So, whoa. It needs like a sweet spot. It's here in the camera. And maybe my hairspray is moved out of the way. So like this jar would be great. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour the airplane stripper in here, and I can fill it to wherever it would tilt here, right? So I should fill it so it sits like this. But when it's not in use, I could tilt it back up, and it will help fold the airplane stripper into itself. Because I think you can use it for like quite a few die-cast cars. My problem is, how many die-cast cars do I think I'm going to do? I say I'm going to do a lot more than I do, just like all the other projects. So this one's here for now. Good idea. If you're looking for something to put your airplane stripper in, I think this would be a great choice because you can do that and then tip it up and then just kind of like let it run over itself by like just using the jar as kind of a mechanism to help you there. I just kind of wanted to try it out, but airplane stripper I think was pretty expensive. I don't know. I bought a lot of it. I had to do a bike. I did my split frame bike, which I could do a video of. But today, before we get started talking about too many things, let's just jump into, let's back this up real quick. Let's do one more thing. I found this really cool stencil. I know I can make my own stencils. Why am I buying stencils? And it's just a really, really cheap stencil, like super cheap. But I bought the stencil at the Dollar Tree. And I think with these cool little stencils, used the correct way, I bet you, like if I used it this way, right? And I layered it like a whole, like a lot of them. Let's just say I'm going to layer a lot of them. I bet you would look really cool. So I'm going to try to give that a shot. I usually spray everything, which the overspray on this would be nasty. And to be honest, it's not going to be easy anyway. But because what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to lay a layer. Here's the main problem with stencils and paint of any kind. What happens to a stencil is that you'll put one down. So if you want to put one, so like I'll put one right here, like this will be my stencil. I'll put this feather right here. And great, I put it down. The paint is there. It's drying. Yay, go me and the stencil, and it's all its bad self because it's right here, right? But then let's say I just want to go, hey, I want to just put one right here, right? And I go, and I do the stencil again. Now, when I pick it up, the paint right here was sticky. So I'm going to pull it up, and it's not going to be overlapping. I don't know. We're just going to have to give it a shot. I think I could do something pretty cool and do something really simple. Like, I think my ideas for future projects is how can I do the simplest design that looks cool, that, like you can just make look cool and make cool stuff for your house or something. But so this project, they had some other duds. This one was cool because it had this feather. It's got another feather. Not so cool. I might have to tape some stuff up or do some, but it might be fine. Let's try to do like zero work. There's an arrow. There's another feather. So maybe I could do like the arrows coming out of the feathers or like stuck into the feathers or something cool. And then there's this feather, which I think is probably the best feather out of all of them. I'm gonna have to like label them so I know which way to go. Otherwise, this is gonna drive me crazy. So like the top one, and then there they go. So it's gonna be like a clock, right? Interesting, cool little thing. So then I just bought some of these cheap little sponge brushes that are good for dabbing. What I want to do is kind of try to dab and blend like these. See if I can get some cool blends. Maybe I don't even need to do that. Maybe I should just do them in solid colors and then layer solid colors over it and drip them and just make them look interesting. I don't know. Might end up being more just junk artwork, but we'll see. Anyways, let's move on from things that I can't start right now. So this is a cool little kit so $3 for this kit. Next, I need a $5 canvas. I should see if art is profitable. Like if I was thinking and using my like own brain about art, and well, maybe that's not what art is. Well, I know art isn't that for me. But I need to figure out how to either give away art, and if I could do that through subscriptions. That's what I need to do. I need to set this up so I'm giving away art every month. And like half of the Patreon subscriptions just go to paying for art supplies. I mean, that's all. It's just a general rotating platform. That's good. I should write that down. And that should be one of the reasons why I finish and start up the Patreon. We're going to give art away to subs because I don't want it. It's going to cost me a little bit of money to give some art away, which is going to bother me. It's going to bother me to give some art away, and it costs me money. But on the other hand, if I could get like just 1 or 2 subscribers, I don't know. I don't know what that means. You gotta like continue to create content, but that's not my problem. I'm still creating content all the time. There's a spider on my hand. Felt something. All right. So that project can't be started. So let's just get to the project I do want to work on, and I do want to work on that resin project, but I don't think we're going to get there. I really want to focus in on this birdhouse and just get it done because it's been sitting around for too long. It needs just some paint. We're going to work with some of these colors. I'm going to use some Pashkas. I'm going to throw some greens at it from all different directions. Some highlighted greens, some regular greens. And we're just going to go for it. Sorry, I'm like maxing out the... Who needs a shake weight? When you have Pashkas around. Okay. I don't like that brown. I've never liked that brown, but I also don't think I like this brown either. Maybe more than that brown. But that like... What I need to do is I'm going to have to paint the inside windows. Okay, so like let's move forward there first. And what I want to do is I want to give it this like light blue glow. Should I use actual paint? Me. Good. Not a terrible idea. Or should I just see what the blue has to offer? Not much. But I mean, that might be all I need is not much. That's, I want to be there. Okay. My issue is the brown. Oh no. Oh no. Now look what I've done. I broke the bird off. Great. Great. Well, now we know not to fail. Don't be a failure. That's the lesson of today. Don't be a failure. It all seems kind of wild. So we're just doing a little bit of blue in the bottom to match the windows. Looks like it's underwater. That's why I don't like the brown. But it's supposed to have like a mossy look to it. I need to add some greens. Let's make some greens. What am I waiting for over here? I need the green that I had over here, which is great. Maybe we'll mix some blues. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to cough. Get some yellows going. I don't know. I need something to happen. And it's got to be magic. So we're just going to pop and lock in. And it could be terrible. Could be a lot of trash. Which is what I'm kind of expecting. Whoa. Okay. I want a better brown. Because I gotta match it. I gotta match that somehow. So I don't know what I need to do that too. And I think I should do the brown first. I should have not done it what I just did. Okay. I don't know why I'm so coffee right now. Do I use these? Bottom. Another Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree, just take all my money. Another Dollar Tree item. These things. No, but if you get tired of using recycled sour cream container lids like this one, you could use these. Efficient. You can also use ice cube trays, which I recently found out, which is pretty cool. Ice cube trays have a lot of depth to them. You can like smear it around. They're really nice and deep. Great idea. Then you can throw them in your fridge, spray them down with water real quick, just so they're moist. And then, yeah, I said it just so that they're moist. Not like me, I'm gonna die here. Perfect. Okay, I gotta make some sort of brown. Problem is, I don't know anything about making brown. Should I use a pre-made brown? Should I mix a brown? I think red and green make a decent brown. So here's what we're gonna do first. We're gonna make brown. We're gonna need a decent amount of it too. Or we can try to color match. I don't know how I make colors in the first place, so that's probably not the great idea. Let's make a little bit of color. First, I'm gonna use a brush I think I'll use to paint it. So I'm gonna I think we're back to the brown one that's right there. To be honest, it's so close. Bring more green into it. Sorry guys, I'll zoom you in here. We'll see, not really, that's pretty far off. Huh? But it doesn't matter because it's supposed to look mossy. I feel like I should just, yeah, I should. I'm gonna pop off the mushrooms for now because I think it'd be easier to paint around them. Even though I took time to try to paint around them the first time. But it's okay. This will look better and we're gonna get, I'm not gonna repaint everything. I'm just going to, that's a better brown. I like that green mossy brown a little bit better. I'm not gonna have enough to paint everything though, and that's, yeah, see, that's more of a chocolate color. But I gotta be careful where my brain goes while I'm painting. Oh man. I was like gonna start talking to myself through some issue I was having at work. I was like, oh no. That's funny. The brain's so funny. Just wants to always do things. No matter even if it's performing, like it's trying to perform a legitimate task right now. I feel like the roof should be darker than the base of the house. So like I should be getting in to just, I didn't mix enough color. Okay, back to it. Let's remix. It's okay. We're gonna get it. It's gonna be great. We're gonna get it eventually. This stuff is so expensive by the ounce. And I'm using it to paint $1.90, a 99-cent birdhouse. This is what the fine artists use to paint their like masterpieces. I'm using it like kids paint. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like one I would support. Because if I don't use it, I lose it. Like this stuff dries out. It's not good forever. Paint has an expiration date, so like anything, you gotta eat it if you're gonna buy it. Otherwise, it goes bad. Even if you don't do a great job, it doesn't look 100%. I just have such a hard time. I need everything to look 100%. I need to learn that that's kind of a toxic trait, though. I want everything to go well. It doesn't bum me out, though, if things don't go well. Yeah. I like all these different shades of things. This is not the same color. It's not as good of a color, but we're going to get there. I'm going to get so little done today because this is going to have to dry. At least I got the ring in the front painted. There's like a string here, but or maybe it's just a scratch. No, it looks like a string of hot glue. Or is it a hair? I don't know. It's part of the piece now. You said my name right. I was so excited, man. They said my name right at the assembly today. My last name and everything. I was like, what the? Okay. I'm done with the brown, right? Like I've changed the color of brown. I'm happy with it. Do I want to do the bottom? That's another question, I guess. Do I do the bottom? I gotta do it quick if I'm gonna do it. I need to get a different wood color for that section. I'm like putting fingerprints in it. I do not care. Oh man, that paint dried so fast. I have wetter. I can wet the paint, or it's called retarder. I'll fix it if I need to. It's right here. I think this is the additive. Temperature transparent, yes. Matte, thin. It's thin. Yeah, it should thin the. So if I wanted to like stretch my paint, hit it with this. Real quick, like a little refresher. You're gonna pull a thinner version of that paint up just fine, but if you're just gonna quickly like brush over a piece, okay. Well, now I made a mess of these and I didn't even use any of them. I didn't need to open them, but that's okay. We'll continue on with that. Okay, now it's brown. I need to put the moss in, but I also need to make another brown because I want to take these guys right here and I want to paint them and cut them so that they fit around our birdhouse. And maybe just halfway. Okay, so they have two sides so that they can stand, but I don't need either side of these green things. These can go. So I'm going to grab my box cutter. I'm going to trimity. I'm going to move the Hot Wheels off my desk. Not a priority. Priority number 0. I'm just going to let this guy dry over here. I'll put all my mushrooms, my bird, other mushroom over there. I'll get my plastic fence, my white picket fence. I'm going to cut off these green blobs of goo that help it stand, because I will no longer be requesting the service of those. Okay, I'm going to turn it this way. Danger, danger. It looks like there's 2 white pins holding it on. This is still mold injected and then painted. Yeah, pretty crazy out. Maybe. Restrings will go quiet today. Leave it on. 39.50. Didn't get much done today, did we? I think I'm gonna have to up to 2 hours. Okay. Anyways, clip. Oh man. Oh. Hey, wait. Oh. It is stuck on, so you just unstick them. It's great though. I broke a fence post. That's what I wanted to do. I don't want that front fence part. Great. They just pop off. I don't know why I was doing it the hard way. Well, so I don't break the fence. This one doesn't want to pop off. Not popping off, eh? But that's kind of the good part about all this is that it's okay. We'll make it work. We're gonna do a customization. And if it breaks some of the fence posts, so be it. We're gonna fix it. So do we want to put these end posts on? And I think I just want to do a half fence. So whatever I do, it's just going to be a partial fence. So I don't think I'm going to use the fence post, and I'm going to make that decision and maybe regret it, but that's okay. Okay. Here we go. We're just going to break off the fence post. So I kind of just want a little piece of dilapidated fence. You know? Maybe like it's broken. There's like a slat missing. Or, you know, just see what we can do. See how well we can break this. How well can we break dollar store material with my Ryobi X-Acto blade? Oh man. Oh man. It's broken. Someone just kicked in that fence. Oh, I really broke it. Right? I don't know if I like the top part. Is it too tall? Should the fence be shorter? Probably. It should probably only be that high. Like the whole fence should be. Oh, that was easy. The whole fence should be like this high. Do I use the fence? Do I not use the fence? Oh, hi, Kylie. Welcome to the stream. Do I use the fence? Do I not use the fence? I just put the mushrooms back on, I think, for this project. The fence is cool, but I think I need to use it for a different project. Because, look, if I put the fence in, it kind of takes away from these windows. I mean, I would need to put the fence in really low. It would look pretty cool if I could do it. But it needs to go in like right there. That's where it needs to go. I'd have to hot glue it to the edge right here. And that cuts pretty straight. It's crazy that I just snapped it off. I don't think I can do that again. I think I'd have to do a more precise cut. We can try again. Here. Instead of broken slats, let's try to do a real decent cut. Like, making miniatures is just as hard as making things in like on big format, if not harder, because you honestly have to do all like the same measurements and like you just have to do it on like a micro form. Like this, if I was doing this on a major form, I'd be doing this on a table saw. I need to get a line under that somehow, some way. Here's what we're gonna do. Don't cut yourself. Don't cut towards yourself. Don't ever cut towards yourself. I'm notching out to the side though. So I'm just trying to get where the notch is, and then I'm going to, you know, what would probably be the best. Oh no, man, scissors would be great, but I have some really nice flesh cut scissors, so I might probably use those real quick, and then grab this. I'm glad you made it. I mean, we're close to the end here, I think, but welcome to the stream. Now I can't really see. Yeah, there it is. I'm gonna give it a little bit. Oh, wow. Okay, good. 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 Okay, it's far. It's far. It's far. It's past the point of cutting. Okay, good. I think that's halfway. Maybe we can get it from this side. Oh man, there's some graduation parties I gotta go to this weekend. There we go. Right there, right? Perfect. That looks so good, right? And then we just do a couple of those. One's not going to fit across the back though. And the back's longer, so I'm going to have to take two and put them together. Okay. Then we can still put our mushrooms out in the front and on the top. I still think like these need some more detail or something around these carved out windows. Like this yellow. Okay. Where's my paintbrush washer when I need it? That's got to be my next. Okay. Okay. Let's not just talk the talk. Let's walk the walk. Let's get serious. Let's get serious, right? We're not here to mess around. We're not here to mess around. I know it's filtered water. I get it. Everyone be mad. But you know what's funny? I can drink this water because it absolutely does not touch. Ugh. It's not that I would want to. But it's very plasticky. Okay. Now, my best guess to do this correctly, and there's a slit in it so you know which way it goes. Okay. Now, I know from experience that if I put it down on my desk that's slanted downward, it will just leak out. So here's where we're going with it. Good. All right, cool. Here we go. This is actual test. Right? Here's my, oh, I have too many things on my desk. Surprise, surprise. Okay. So here I am, blotting out my water, wiping my brush on the side, trying to get some of this brown out. Ugh. Ugh. It's disgusting. Right? And it's leaking in as I'm messing with it. Maybe it's not leaking in. It looks like it's leaking in. And then a flush. Here we go. And we're back. Oh, wow. It's much cleaner. I need like a 30-gallon tank on both sides of this. I just went through one washing with all that water. Okay, stop. Stop. You could just relax. You don't. Come on. Stop going down. Oh man, it just released all of it. Okay, well, that was all the water. We've got to use regular water from now on. No more filtered water for such a quick adventure. I don't know. Maybe the latch didn't get relatched? I don't know. But now my water is all gone. I could put the water back in there, but then that would defeat the whole purpose. Let's move on from that disappointing experience. Okay. Let's go. Here we go. Breaking off the front post. What you need to do in order to get this all started. A bunch of random front posts. I didn't need filtered water, but I was that's the closest water I have to me other than running upstairs and grabbing water out of the thing. So but I didn't think it was going to like completely, it's supposed to hold the water until the next rinse, but it just drained right into it and now there's no more water in it. All the water's in the bottom. Which makes not for a great time. Okay, I'm gonna have to just eyeball this again. I think it came out pretty good last time. Well, I mean, I made the mark, but I think if I just eyeball it, it'll be fine. And I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it, man. It's too hard. It's stuck. It gets stuck. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So that'll go there. I'm going to need to, well, that was a waste of yellow and that blue. Well, I should use the yellow. That was my point of this, is I was going to use the yellow and just smash it into this little frame. Just because I have it. It's not an easy spot to paint in. The brush is way too big that I'm using, let's be honest. Here, I'm going to dry brush off my mistakes real quick. And then I'm going to try to... It wasn't a great attempt. I think like dimly lit will be a good look for this, but I couldn't figure out if I wanted it that blue, because I'm going to have to match the bottom, I think. Or the yellow. Kind of like the both colors, like that dingy, you can't really see ember through old glass look, but I don't think I'm going to be able to achieve that. Not at least right now. I don't know how. And my brain is actually just alive enough to paint this. I'm going to actually go make myself some dinner in a little bit and finish the stream, because today with graduation it's been just a great day for accomplishments, but boy am I exhausted. And now I have 2 brushes to rinse and no water. So, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop the top off of this contraption of uselessness, and I'm gonna put that over here while it drips all over my desk. And then I'm gonna rinse my brushes in the water in the bottom like a normal person would rinse his brushes. Oh, does water look gross? Too bad. Water always looks gross. Is it a nice tray to put my brushes? Yes, it is. Nice long tray to just drop my brushes in and forget about them until next month. Alright guys, it's been a long day. I'm gonna finish making these for our next episode and kind of get a few more things nailed down. Sorry I'm all over the place. I really wanted to do some resin casting as well, because we got that puzzle piece and I hairsprayed it, so now it's got the I don't think this hairspray is going to work. It's an extra hold too, which is supposed to be pretty good. But the thing is with this, the idea behind the hairspray trick is you take your hairspray and your resin piece and you hairspray a layer of hairspray on your piece. And what that does is it acts as a barrier. Then you can use any piece like a mold of this sort, or even like they said that you can use like anything really, like a button or a pin. And you can put this in more resin, cure that, and then pop this out, and then you can have a mold of a mold, which is really cool. And I really want to try that. So that's kind of my project here. But they say to use hold 4, and this is only has a hold 4 out of 5, and this is a 2 out of 3. So I don't know if this has the same amount of stickiness power as most things, or if this even contains what we need, or if this is just butane and fragrance. No, it says acrylic articulates copolymers, so I think that's what we need. That was an interesting thing that I wanted to try. And then I really want to get this birdhouse done and off to my friend. And that'll be the start of me just getting rid of artwork. I really need to make a good plan about how to do that. How do I get rid of the things that I have and I make is really my next giant project of life, and because it's starting to just be too much stuff and I need to get rid of stuff. Yeah. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Let's jump back into the main webcam. Oh, and our bottle of hairspray is there. Also, I think a Dollar Tree buy long ago. This thing of hairspray has also been with me for like a long time. I think he used it to set chalk. Um, and then I didn't use it ever again, like many of the things that I have here. But I need to use them and get rid of them, put them to use because I bought them with an idea in mind and I never execute the ideas. Like this idea is to put a fence on a birdhouse. It should be pretty simple. Like I should just get this whole thing ready right now while I'm just chatting away doing absolutely nothing. So there's always work to be done. My problem with the last one is that there's a problem with the last one because the one on the back doesn't necessarily go all the way across. I don't need to take those off even. Let me just. Oh, too far. I tried. Ooh. Oh no, I'm gonna ruin my scissors. That's how I usually ruin things, is like I'm using the wrong tool for the right price. So here's my issue with the back is look, at the end, it's gonna be like 4 lengths short. Luckily I have 4 lengths and I don't think I'm gonna put it in the front. I might just put a fence post, and if I get real fancy, maybe I'll try to cut one of these fence posts, but it looks like a lot of plastic to cut through to make some ends, which would be pretty cool. But I don't want it to get too busy, so the fence post might not even make it on at all. They might just be like a good idea. But I am going to throw away some of this trash that I don't need. Mainly the green little deposits, and I don't think I'm going to need this plastic stuff. The hoarder in me wants to save it, but I know I should throw it away. Because I'm going to be like, oh, remember when you were like, where can I make miniature railroad things? And you're like, oh, I needed 2 of these set like this. To make a railroad tie, right? So it's just terrible trying to be creative and not be creative and not be a hoarder, but I need to get rid of things. Like I have supplies everywhere. I have little tiny fences laying around my room for months. These need to like be dealt with. They need to be dealt with, but now I've just made more of a mess, and what am I gonna do? I gotta put these away somewhere. And do I keep the scraps until I'm done with the whole project? Because that's what's really gonna happen. I'm gonna need just like this little tiny piece of fence. I'm not gonna have it. So like here, I could probably cut out the 4 link, right? But maybe I can't. Maybe this is worthless because it needs 5. So I'm gonna keep all the pieces except for these little green ugly things. I don't think I'll ever have a use for these. I also want to make a wire rack for a car. There's all sorts of little oh, I said I was gonna throw those away and I did not. Looks like I'm gonna throw them away next time. But what I also need to do is I need to pop in my little mushrooms, and that's gonna be it. Anyways, guys, yeah. I know. And that's my problem. It's like I know I'm gonna need it. So I'm just gonna keep that with me. I'm gonna try not to be a hoarder. When I do finish, like there's 10 birdhouses to finish, so that's only one little set. I don't have any more. I really do need to pick what birdhouse I want to put that on. Maybe this one, you're right. Maybe I should just go find some little rocks and pebbles and throw it on there. I'm gonna throw the green on there. I kind of want to buy some of that foam moss and just kind of glue it on there, make it cool. But I think this thing's going outside, so I'm just gonna paint it. But I would like to try to get some of that foam moss or flocking. Start flocking little tiny birdhouses, just make them super velvety looking and all like lush. That'd be fun. But then there's buying more equipment and more tools, and I don't want to do that. But I always like to experiment doing things, and it's a problem. It's a problem. Good thing I can dump a lot of these projects off at school and be like, hey, kids, you want to try something cool that you probably won't have the experience of doing, and I've already invested my money in it, so go at it and try it, you know? So that's kind of cool. I can always transition it into some sort of like excuse to buy it for school, which is also a like psychological problem. Like that's not a good idea to be like, oh, you could just drop it off at school. Then I buy craft kits like this because I'm like, well, I should do this with the kids. I have a Native American student, and then maybe I'll just bring this to him and be like, hey, this is how you do it, and show him kind of how it works, and see how he goes at it. I don't know. I don't know how this would work, but Dollar Tree takes my money every time and gives me this idea I can do a million projects, and I don't have enough time to do a million projects, and that's just how it goes. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this one. We went over 15 minutes. Thanks for sticking in there and hanging out with me. I could have cut it in half and then split it for a back gate. Yeah, I wanted to try an experiment with this. If I explained it earlier in the stream, but that's all right. We're here. I was gonna try to see if I could just do like a lot of feathers overlapping each other. But the problem with doing overlapping stencils is you have to wait for this stencil to dry before you can put one right next to it, because the rest of the stencil material does touch your paper and then will pick up like ghost feathers. And then when you put it back down, it'll leave a feather that's not supposed to be there from the back. So there's a few problems with doing like mass stencils over and over again. It's nice if you have multiple stencils, really. And even that doesn't help because you have to wait for that stencil to dry underneath. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. We will see you back here on Friday to do another art stream. Yeah, should be cool. Anyways, good night and have a. You need to do a suitcase. Would be 99-cent store. Go see if you can pick it up. You're gonna need your stencil. And what's cool about this is that there's a couple of these feathers and then some arrows, which I don't know if I love. But also, if you want, Kylie, I can make you any kind of stencil you want on my machine too. So no problem there. You just let me know what you need. And then you just go buy some of these sponge brushes. These are important if you're going to get some shading in. I think you use a couple of these in different colors and then blot, 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 and then blot, 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 blot. You know, like, and get them in some 3 colors. You'd probably do it really cool if you did like a light pink and then a white and then like a turquoise or something fun like that. But it's up to you, and I'm not going to start on any new projects because there's way too many going on as it is. But luckily we got graduation out of the way and that's all set, done and over with. Everyone was really happy. They said my last name right at the assembly. I don't know if that's ever happened, so that was good. But yep. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. I gotta make myself some dinner, and I hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you back here next time on Friday. I don't know what we'll be doing. Hopefully, finishing up the birdhouse. But there's skateboards laying around. There's just so many projects that I really need to work on. And it looks like Alaska's gonna get on the books again for this summer. I'm gonna push myself outside of my comfort zone and try to do some net fishing, which Ant's just gonna have a ball watching me be uncomfortable. Yeah, that's their favorite mode, and that's great because they do these crazy adventures, and like it's so hard to make me uncomfortable. It's kind of a challenge, which I always enjoy. I'm like, okay, well, what are we gonna do this time? And I think it's good. So I talked to my aunt yesterday. I think I should be going up there for a piece of the summer, whether to help work or just hang out or help her out when because she just got knee surgery. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. I could chat about lots of things, but I gotta get off to making dinner and then off to bed to finish up the rest of the week. Even though our seniors are, well, we did our directed studies graduation, so it was only for the kids in the special ed program, which seems a little exclusive, but we did invite everyone. Everyone could come. It was just more of a ceremony. Pretty fun though. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you back here on Friday. Good night.